Hey, it's Ramonda Cottrell with www.brickhousetalk.com, and I'm here at 17 Hertz Studio in Hayward, California, with a very interesting man. Now, he wears many hats. He is an engineer, he's a producer, and he does magnificent videos, so I guess that would be considered as a videographer. His name is REMSHOT. How are you today, REMSHOT?
I'm good, thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for allowing Brickhouse Talk to come into your place of business. I'm so happy to talk to you today. So there are a lot of people that may not know about you, so can you give my viewers a little history of you?
Well, my name is Jeremy. I also go by REMSHOT. I have a studio here at 17 Hertz. I do music production, engineering, mixing, mastering, video work, photos if you need help songwriting, just anything that involves a creative process. I can contribute to, and that's just what I do for a living.
Did you get started, and how long have you been doing this?
So it's been 10 years now. 10 years ago, I was a freshman at UC Santa Cruz, and even though it wasn't far from home, I'm originally from the Bay Area, it was a culture shock because just being out on your own, and there was a really liberal and artistic atmosphere. And the thing that that shocked me when I came to school was that people were recording music in their dorms on their own computer, and that was just that pretty much changed my life. I downloaded the programs, and it's just this whole new phenomenon that I was obsessed with in college. So obsessed with that when I graduated from UC Santa Cruz with a degree in sociology, I still went back to school at Expression in Emeryville to pursue that path, getting into more recording, and through that experience at Expression College, I was able to meet a lot of great friends who are doing really great things, and they turned out to be, contacts that are very valuable, and led me to different projects, working with different kinds of music. It's not just rap, not just music. I've been able to work on some food shows, I've even done weddings, but it all involves music and that whole artistic expression, and it's just like living a dream.
What made you go into this industry? I heard that you were once a rapper too.
I started out rapping, and that's how I got into engineering and beat production, because naturally I needed to have music to rap to, and I needed to figure out how to record, so that's how I got into it. And it turns out I enjoyed that aspect of it, being behind the scenes and really just helping people out. And so that's what led me to this 10 years later.
Right. So I know quite a few people that have worked with you that actually came to this studio. And we have a group that we actually interviewed, Soul Mystic and Mandisa, and a very talented group. And you did a video for them, and it was awesome. I just want to tell you that. So how was that working with them?
It was a lot of fun. How it looked in the video, there's a lot more went on behind the scenes, and it was a lot of fun, and it was a really long day. It was actually, not too hard at all. As you know, Mandisa and Soul Mystic are really great guys and great to work with. So it was really just us having fun and just going around and with a camera.
If I want you to do my video, do I have to have the concept, or could you figure up the concept by listening to the song?
Well, for example, with the Roadblock video with Soul Mystic and Mandisa, there was no plan, no concept. They just showed up with a van, and I got in, and that's what came about, is that video. Of course, I'll hear the song, and I don't know, I feel like I have a photographic memory. I can remember a lot of things and file images away and make sense out of them later. And that's kind of chaotic, but as you can see, with all the stuff I do, I have to multitask and do a lot of things. So I feel like if we could have a plan, but we don't have to.
Right. That's a true artist, I think. I know that sometimes artists come in and they want you to work with them, and everybody can't rap and everybody can't sing. How do you communicate that to them, or has that ever occurred with you?
Like I said, we're all at different points. I admit, when I first started making music, I sucked. Just to keep it real, it wasn't good. And I try to keep it as honest as possible. Even the work, as far as how much I'm going to charge them, I'm going to be honest. this is how much time we should be doing on it. I'm not just trying to get someone's money. And when it gets to the point where it's like unbearable, I mean, the only problem I have is when someone is not flexible, when they're not open-minded, when they can't take criticism well. That is what's difficult to work with. I'd rather work with someone who is not very good but very open to the criticism than someone who's good but are just, I mean, complete assholes. So, I mean, I've seen it all. I mean, you'll hear some of this stuff and you'll wonder how I keep a straight face. You just have to remember that it means a lot to people when they're coming in. This is like their world. Some of them attach their dreams and aspirations to the music. Some of them just enjoy it. Some of them it's just an escape. I just have to do a good job and, reading like what they need for that moment or where they're trying to go, and just try my best to cater to that, because again, they're customers and people are coming to me for work.
Well, you've already established yourself as a well-known producer and you do great videos. What else do you have in store for yourself in the future? What are your goals?
Right now, right now I'm just Bay Area based. I would like to have more work in Los Angeles and San Diego. I mean, I've dabbled, but that's in the near future, just booking more stuff throughout California and just creating a big team that do the same thing, so we could take on more projects and have more people with work, because there's a lot of people who do what I do, what people at 17 Hertz do, and there's just not a lot of work out there. I'd like to create more work, more business, more jobs, pretty much.
Tell my viewers, what sets 17 Hertz aside from any other studio? Watch it, an artist come here to get assistance with their music career.
As far as like recording quality, I mean, it's just as good as every other studio. I don't really like taking business away from people, because it's what they do. It's just like a rapper, and so the other engineer is Will. And he does the same things I do: video, beat production, and mixing. But the difference with our sessions and why people keep coming back is we go the extra mile. We're so fast with the program we use, Pro Tools. It's so fast that what would take 4 hours, we could probably do in an hour, because we're just so fast. We know all the shortcuts and different ways to make things sound good. And we've been doing it so long that when a certain situation or type of effect needs to be done, we've done it before. So that's why people keep coming back, because we keep doing all the extra things, extra mixing, you add effects to their voices. People come out and they sound good, and that's why people keep coming back.
We've mentioned that you've worked with our dear friends Soul Mystic and Mandisa. Who else have you been working with in the Bay Area?
I've worked with Nanashka. She was on Brickhouse TV before. She's a very soulful singer. I've done a lot of original tracks for her and videos. As far as like Bay Area rappers, I've worked with like Mob Figures, the Hood Stars, Big Rich, the Team. Just a lot of, there's probably a lot more names that people would recognize, but there's been so many, like D-Lo. I can't remember. There's a song with Clyde Carson on the radio that I recorded. That's on right now that I worked on. Just from the recording side, as far as like production, done beats for the Hood Stars. Worked with Shark Sinatra from Team Backpack. I know I'm kind of on the spot having to name everything, but yeah. And as far as like production, I've also done beat battles. I've won several beat battles. They're tournaments where you play like snippets of beats like head to head. I've won a couple. I've flown to Cincinnati to do a few. One based in Dallas.
That's not like DJing, is it? No, it's just
playing a CD. Yeah. Okay. There's a Bay Area producer conference. I was one of the panelists for the first one. I was in a producer showcase for the second one, but lately I haven't done a lot of producer showcases or battles.
So what are you working on now? What can we expect from you in the future?
Right now I'm working on a food and drink show called Taste Buds. We've shot in Berkeley, San Francisco, and in Los Angeles, and yeah, it should be a really fun show. It just features all of I'm working on it with two other guys who are the on-camera talent, and we pretty much go through all of our friends, because all of our friends are pretty well-known chefs, musicians, artists. So we just have exquisite dining experiences with people we know.
Nice. So that's what I really appreciate, that you don't limit yourself. You're not only doing videos with music, but like you said, food shows and all that. And you also mentioned you do weddings too.
Oh yeah. Just started doing that this summer with a couple buddies of mine, and it's funny because we go to these weddings and we end up in the pictures and we end up partying also. So it's a lot of fun.
Talk about your staff, your team. Can you elaborate on who you work with here and who supports you?
Yeah. Like I said, the other engineer is Will Balladares. He also goes by Hood Noise. He does the same things I do, and we work together. We have our own individual studios and we do our own booking, but we work as a team as far as like representing the studio and helping each other out when we need help. Like, we do the same things, so I could be a second camera for one of his videos, or you know, we use each other's equipment, so we're a team. And we also have interns. I started out as an intern here, and so there are always interns who are learning about the business from us, and pretty much helping expand our business. This video venture is still fairly new for the studio. It started out as recording, but we have interns and a staff to help expand that part of the business.
Wow, I'm really excited, because from what you're saying to me, that you can make me a star. I mean, like you said, that you come here, if I come and I can sing, you can help.
I can make you look and sound like a star.
Oh, okay. Well, I'll take that. I am really serious about the song, okay, because we're thinking about making a Brickhouse Talk anthem. You make beats. Tanya can sing. Brian, our executive writer, he raps. And Erica, our stylist, she dance. So maybe we could get together. Exactly. So look out for that. So REMSHOT, as you continue to grow your business, is there anyone out there, an artist or producers, that you would want to work with?
I'm a really big fan of The Roots. They're my favorite band, and I just feel like every time they come out with an album, they're on the cutting edge of how hip-hop music can sound. So I'd love to do something with The Roots, or something that just like The Roots. It's always been like a dream since I started making music.
Is there a producer that inspired you to get into this business?
When I first started getting into music, the producers I was like really looking up to were like DJ Premier, Ninth Wonder, like Kanye West, like Dr. Dre, and DJ High Tech, and just a lot of that old school hip hop stuff really hits home, because that's when I started making music.
Is there any special acknowledgement, any people that you would like to thank?
I'd hate to leave anyone out, but I would like to thank like Sean and Carlos, the interns who are helping out. Will, I mean, he's a really good team member. The owner of 17 Hertz, the current owner of 17 Hertz Studio, Jason Glues, who's based out in Hollywood and running the Hollywood studio, 17 Hertz. Of course, Nick and Ro, the former owners, for bringing me into the business. All of my expression buddies that are working on the Taste Bud show, like Eric, Zuver, Johnny Diamond, Broad Rob, who are all very talented, and all my clients, thanks for keeping the lights on, keeping the doors open, the rent paid.
So REMSHOT, are you on Twitter? What's your Twitter address?
It's just REMSHOT, REMSHOT.
All right, so guys, don't miss out. This man is talented. You have to check him out. You won't be disappointed. This is Ramonda Cottrell with www.brickhousetalk.com at 17 Hertz Studio, Hayward, California, with the producer and engineer, REMSHOT.